And then we should see the, and then, yes, Ramnivas is joining us. And I would like to be sure that you can see the slide full screen. Can you?
Ma'am, it's not full screen.
Full screen. See. Okay. What about now? Is it full screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. You see that we continue speaking about lifestyle, which is unit 6 of the book. Let's move on. And we start with the revision of vocabulary language related to physical exercises. So here there is, let us pay attention to the word which is given in green here. This is the verb kick. The meaning of the verb is give up. And here we have several, the task is to match several verbs with the best noun phrase to create general advice for exercising. And here we have 2 options for take up. What is the best phrase with take up?
Some physical activity.
Ma'am, some physical activity.
Some physical activity.
Okay, great. What about kick?
A new routine.
Old
Old
habits.
habits. Old habits.
Old habits.
Yes, kick means to give up old habits. Good. Then the same task we can see 2 verbs in green here. Regime, it's a noun, the same as plan, and settle into means get used to something. Now number 3 is stick to. Stick to what?
Ma'am, the amount of exercise you do regularly.
I think
Stick to a new regime.
a new
A new
regime.
regime.
Yes.
A new
And
plan.
settle into
A new routine, ma'am.
A new routine.
Yes, very similar phrases in their meaning. And 3 more phrases. Devise here means use or create. So increase what?
The
Amount of exercise you do
gradually.
Yes, gradually. It's very important that you should do it gradually. And make
Minor changes.
to start with. And then devise
Your own exercise program.
Program.
exercise program. Good. Thank you. And if we move further here, we can see some exercises, some sentences and exercise that we should complete the sentences with the phrases from the previous slides, like settle into a new routine, stick to a new regime, increase the amount of exercise you do gradually, kick out habits, take up some physical activity, devise your own exercise program, make a plan of changes. And you see that there are several options are possible. And let us look at the first sentence. Once you'll begin to notice some improvement. What is missing here?
Ma'am, once you increase the amount of exercise.
routine.
You begin to notice some
Once you
improvement.
make minor
Yes, ma'am.
changes.
Yes,
That
a lot of
changes.
options are possible
Minor
here. Actually, all of them are possible. What I want you to do now is to do it individually and to write the sentences, like completing them with the phrases, and just to make sure that you use each of the phrases only once. Okay, so now let us just, I'll give you 3 minutes to write the sentences. Start, please. Okay, let us check what we've done. And the second sentence is for Aman. Read it, please.
Yes, ma'am. If you make minor changes and set yourself achievable aims, you'll be more likely to be succeed.
Okay. Has anyone chosen a different phrase to use
Yes,
here?
ma'am.
So which one?
Yes, ma'am.
Like
Kick off.
if you
Kick
kick
old
old
habits.
habits, if
Yes,
you kick
ma'am.
old habits and set yourself achievable goal, you will be more likely to succeed.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it's also possible. Okay, Apeksha, please, the next sentence, number 3.
It's difficult to settle into the new routine, but once you have got into it,
Mhm. Yes, this is about some changes in life, so which are difficult. So you think is settling into a new routine is hard. Okay. What else is hard for you? What other phrases can be used here? In this?
can be stick to new regime.
Oh,
It's
yes.
difficult to
Mhm.
it is difficult to kick the old habits.
Okay, also get rid of old habits sometimes is not an easy task. Okay, good. Now let us listen to Misha. You read sentence number 4, please.
Have you thought of getting someone to help you devise your own exercise program?
Help you devise. Yes. So sometimes we need to some expert advice from other people in
Yes, ma'am.
just devising some program.
Ma'am, we can even make minor changes here, ma'am. Someone to
Okay.
help you.
To help you, yes, make many changes. Yes.
Ma'am, we can also take up some physical activity.
Also,
Have you thought of getting someone to help you to take up some physical activity?
okay, maybe some coach.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Like that.
so the next is for Nivas.
Yes, ma'am. Fifth one is start small and then try to increase the amount of exercise you do gradually.
Yes, this is the best phrase when you start start small and then increase gradually. Good. The next is for Vandana. Vandana, hello, are you here? No, so Vandana is absent. And Priyesh, please.
Yes, ma'am. Sixth one, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, it is better to devise your own exercise program that fits into your daily routine.
Okay, yes, it's good. And the last one is for Rakhav. Rakhav? No, he is absent. Ujjwal?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, kick old habits is not easy, but it's not impossible to break them.
Yes, this is the only possible option because we are speaking about habits which is in plural form because we have them pronoun. Okay, so these are some useful ideas just to recommend to your patients. And now let us introduce more specific examples for physical activities. So here's the list of these activities, examples of these activities like light or strenuous walking, swimming, a brisk walk, visit a gym, cycling, getting off the bus, 1 or 2 stops earlier, running. Maybe you can think of your own examples and let us just introduce them using the phrases you can, you could, or for example, if. So Rohit, so will you say something about some piece of advice to your patient? Is Rohit here? No, he's absent. So Rohit minus Ritik, please.
Yes, ma'am. If we do like that, fitness walking, we would keep ourselves healthy.
Will you repeat? It was the connection is bad.
Yes, ma'am. If we do the light and straightness working, we would keep ourselves healthy from this.
Okay. So, any other examples? Moht. Moht, are
Yes,
you
ma'am.
here? Mhm.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. If you do light or strenuous walking, so it will help to build immunity, like, or make your posture, yeah, or make you healthy, like that.
Any more? Any more advice?
Ma'am, for other centers like swimming or for lighting or strenuous walking.
You may choose it, or you may think of
Yes,
your
ma'am.
own.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. If you do regularly swimming, so it will increase the blood flow in your body.
Okay, the other students, please help us. What are
Ma'am,
your
may I?
sentences? Yes.
If you could visit a gym, your body will show a considerable progress.
Okay, great. So the other place.
A brisk walking or maybe getting off the bus 1 or 2 steps earlier can help you stay in your health.
Benefit. Any original new ideas which are not mentioned here on the slide? What else can you recommend?
A few minutes of yoga can make you more concentrated and help you to have better and settled regime.
Okay, other activities? So for women or not for women, we can recommend dancing, for example, right?
I was going to say that only. Sometime a few minutes of dancing in a day can also help you stay in your health.
Yes, or aerobics, maybe. So
Tightens your mood.
okay. Okay, let's move on. And here, so there is information about stress. So we were speaking about patients, and here let us focus on general practitioners, the doctors. Increasing stress is a feature of society as a whole, and general practitioners score twice the national average score on stress test score. So they experience a lot of stress. And the question, what do you think are the 3 main causes of stress faced by doctors in general practice? What are they? The main causes of stress?
The
May I?
first main cause can be that the patient's life is in our hands as a doctor, as a surgeon.
Yes.
It's very stressful situation.
Yes.
When you are in the
May I?
operation theater,
You have to be very responsible.
very
Yes.
responsible.
What else?
Ma'am, first of all, long and continuous working hours are the main reason for stress in doctors, ma'am. Second is dealing with the patient and doctor interaction, because a doctor is the one who actually thinks about the patient, but patient don't actually work according to doctor. They actually don't agree to him, or they don't understand what he's trying to do. And there are always conflicts between patient and doctor, ma'am. It is a forever process which goes on. Every patient and doctor relationship has this thing once or many times, but it has it. So this is the main reason for stress, ma'am, because someone is trying to help you and you are not understanding the intentions, and you are working in less accordance with him. So these are the main reasons.
Exactly.
Also, there is
And the third one that we can
there is
think
very
is that
less self time. There is very less self time to concentrate on the health or yoga or like any other activity for doctors, because we have long shifts to work on.
one thing that I can think about is that when a doctor needs to stay strong the whole time. I mean, if a doctor shows any signs of weakness in his or her health or maybe mental situation, then the patient will go weak. So a patient, so the doctor needs to stay strong and appear strong in almost all the bases of the life, in the front of the patient, in front of the in the colleagues, or maybe we can say in front of his family also. They don't try to go and share their issues with the family that easily, because they don't like want to appear weak.
Yes. Mhm. So
And
to
we
be
can
feel weak for the
separating
members of his family, do you
balancing the professional and personal life separately, not mixing both things together.
okay, I see. Yes, any more ideas?
As a doctor study for a longer period of time, so he notices the his friends, or like anything, like as a aspiring doctor, doctor always learns something. And he usually tries to manage his stress with the rest of the world. Like he has to manage the family, friends, study, work, income source, and all other aspects in such a manner that nothing should be affected by any, like any other activity or any family matters.
Mhm.
So he's always in the under pressure of doing something continuously or consistently.
Mhm.
So
Yes,
that is a stress which normal people don't have for that much
yeah,
time.
I
We
agree.
have to take it for years and years.
Yes, this is some kind of psychological pressure, and even
A permanent
taking over time
pressure.
is also can cause this stress. Okay. Yes, you understand it very well. And let us just focus on here this information. What actions can doctors take to reduce the stress that can face at work?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, they can use, ma'am, first of all, whenever a person is talking, ma'am, the tone and the currents he uses in his words are the one which are reciprocated from the person who is hearing it. So before to actually get less stress, the doctor should be calm and composed while he speaks, and he should follow some psychological aspects as well while speaking, ma'am. Because there are few times when a doctor needs to get few things done from a patient, like we studied earlier, ma'am, when the doctor wanted a patient to tilt his hand. So we learned there, ma'am, how politely we can actually express. The more polite we are, the that same reciprocation will get from the patient as well. And if there is calmness in the talk, then the stress will be less. So we should follow that, ma'am.
The
Ma'am, I would
second that
like to
I
add,
can think
I would
about
like to
is
Yes.
add,
Yes, please.
ma'am, if we can assure the patient and we can make them understand what we want, it will be very easy for us to work on them, and it will generally release the pressure automatically.
Mhm.
And the next thing we can do is, because we have very less time, go out or do any external activities, we can do uh, like 10-20 minutes meditation every day, 2 or 3 times, or we can do some light yoga positions
Mhm.
that will help.
Yes.
I'm with the family of the doctor,
Yes.
like should try to support the doctor while he's facing any issues during the work. And the second is the doctor should remove some time for himself, at least 10 minutes in a day for his hobbies, so that he doesn't just die out in stress because of the work.
Okay. Okay. So you mean that being professional helps to deal with stress, and so the doctors also need some help from the other people. And here, as you see, the logo BMA stands for the British Medical Association. This is the association that offers a confidential stress counseling service for its members. And it helps just doctors in stress. And are there similar services in your country?
I'm in my city. There is a association that is only for the doctors, but they usually have a sport kind of association. They after 8 p.m. to till 10 p.m. they do something sport, like, or they are having a big campus where no normal person is allowed, but all of the doctors associate over there. They do some leisure activities over there. They do meetings over there. They spend their time to share their information, and also they do leisure activities and other meetings and other business plannings and all. So these kind of associations helps them to be united whenever
Mhm.
there could be any consequence, when any doctor could help any other one, so they know each other by that association, and they all run that association by themselves only. They country to that on the yearly basis, and like that it works.
Okay, thank you for this very
I'm not
interesting
sure
information.
about
Yes.
such association which helps in confidential stress counseling, but there are many other counselors, like we can say, which help in stress managing, and even doctors need that sometimes. So yeah, there should be something like that in the hospitals.
In every hospital, there should be some kind of psychological service, right?
Yeah, it's not like that only the
patients
patients face psychological and stress
Yeah.
issues. Even the doctors face that. So there
Exactly.
should be, and that should be confidential, because if someone gets to know about his or her weakness or any other stress, then that's not something which is good for his professional life.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
You're right. Okay, thank you so much. Very interesting.
and most of the
Yes.
times they confide in the colleagues. Like colleagues share between them what are the problems, what is the causes and the stress, and they
Mm.
try to find out a solution for that.
So the doctors shouldn't feel just separated or alone from the other people.
Yes.
Just they need support from somebody else. Okay, good. And if now we move, yes. So here's one of the just situations that you've described, just talking to your colleague. Imagine the situation that a fellow doctor just sent you an email, and in his email, he says that he is stressed in his new general practice in Australia. And he mentions the following factors of his that influence his stress. So they are too much work, the rapid changes in technology. So you see that we're speaking about workload, but changes in technology also influences how the people feel. Then the fact that he never takes breaks, we also were speaking about this. He is reluctant to talk to his colleagues and family, as he does not want to appear weak. This is also one of the just sources of stress. And our task is to help him. How? We should write a reply mentioning one or more of the above factors and describe a real past situation where you faced stress and how you dealt with it. So you should write a reply. You should just greet the person and say some preliminary, write some preliminary sentences, and then turn to your own experience. So let us just 5 minutes for you to write it, reply individually, everyone, and then we'll check. Okay.
Ma'am, exactly what do we need to write? Should I write what he should do, or
Yes.
should I write what I had done?
You should explain that you can recommend something for him based on your own experience, because you've done this in the situation when you faced stress. So you give example and recommend to do the same thing, like this. That is.
Ma'am,
Yes.
should we write this in points?
Sorry, do you mean you should give advice on each points which are given here?
Yes, yes.
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 Choose if you do not want to describe each point. You may choose only one or two of them. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let us read what we've done. So Priyesh, will you read your reply, please? Priyesh, are you here? Hello. No. Okay, Ujjwal?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The doctor talk about his workload, what he was facing during his work in the hospital, and also thinking about the continuous workload by which he cannot by which he cannot sleep properly, and there is no proper adjustment with breaks. He tries to take some breaking in his project work, but due to rapid changes in its technology and trying to handle all these things as he was when he was working, when he start his working, there's a different way of technology, but as for coming things, every day there's some new things was coming, and he trying to work with it so that he can help the patient more efficiently, which make him sometimes to being stressed. And for the issue of that, he's trying to talk about his colleagues and families but he was facing. But again, because of his negative thinking, that his family and every colleagues members assuming that he is too weak to handle all this stress, and he was not a good doctor just to as preparing something. he was not talking too much, and all the stress he was contained in his mind, which make him a mental burden.
You are commenting on the factors that he described in his email, yes?
Yes,
But
ma'am.
can you describe some kind of your personal real situation? How you coped with stress in your own experience?
Ma'am, for reducing the stress,
Yes. Mhm.
ma'am, for reducing the stress, we can reframe the problems and talk about the problems with our family and do some counseling, do some counseling, and we can flip the negative thinking based on our work. Create a balance sheet so that the all the projects was given, we break it into some parts and take a small breaks in between them, so that what the stress was coming in, they can make a relax on them. There is not too much mental burden was coming in them.
Mhm. And which activity worked in your case?
Ma'am, there some lap, some sleep lap, or some doing some yoga in between them, and doing some brisk walking
Mhm.
or watching something,
Mhm. Okay, good.
or
Can
talk
anyone?
with some family member.
Yes, thank you. Will anyone else just share your experience?
Good
With,
night.
yes,
Ma'am,
please.
can I?
Yes.
Uh, don't worry, dear. This time you will pass out. This time will pass out. You need to focus on good aspects like your family, your kind nature towards people. When I was working as a general practitioner, then I used to enjoy my work and tries to talk with the patients about my stress sometimes, as there were many patients who were my relatives only, and they were elder to me. So I used to talk to them and be very friendly with them and talk nicely to your patients. It will create a good situation, and this will help you to work in a very humble way and enjoy being a doctor and sleep well in the night. Eat healthy food, don't eat junk food, and have a positive and inspiring mindset that inspires people. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So you are focusing on the positive factors of life, and it's very good. Thank you so much. Very useful. Yes. Anything else?
May
Yes, please.
May I?
Okay. So hello, doctor. So the first thing you need to do regular exercises. So this will help to reduce your stress level. And then if you think you have too much work and it will make you depressed, so make your work as your habit. So whenever you do some work as your habit, so it will not make you depressed, or you can enjoy your work as your habit, because I have a reading, so I will enjoy it. Whenever I read, I will enjoy it. So like that, you can make your work as your habit. And the other thing, ma'am, the other thing is to take a break in between your works, like a short break of 5 or 10 minutes, and do whatever you want, which will make you relaxed or happy. So it will also help to reduce the stress level.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I'm.
May I?
Yes. Only the ideas that we didn't mention, please. Mhm.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, first of all, we should encourage the person, we should encourage and congratulate him that he's working very hard for his profession. And the second, we should make him understand that dedication is good in his work, but also this is very important. If he is stable mentally, then he can be better and more uh, aspects. And then second, my friend mentioned takes, uh, he has met problem with typing in technology. So when he takes small breaks, he can make small researches on the which will make him relax, understand the technologies better, and when he will work with ease. And then again, a continuous working like continuous working can cause many issues like tiredness, stress, and even sometimes lack of interest. Because when we do when we do same work repeatedly, we lack interest. We don't feel the passion for it because we doing it for a longer time, and
Okay.
even the effectiveness of the work decreases. So small breaks are very necessary. And
Okay.
again, he cannot talk to his colleagues, family. Nowadays, online forums he can talk on. Like he can share his problems to online forums. There are people who are there to listen and advise them wisely.
Okay. Okay. Great.
It
So
will help.
thank you so much. So looks like